Okay, so today I wanted to make a video about honor killings. They are often used as a reason to criticize Islam because they do happen in Islamic cultures relatively frequently, but I was reading online and it turns out, not surprisingly, that they do occur in other cultures too. Personally, I don't think that the whole idea behind honor killings has its roots in Islam specifically. You maybe could make the argument that Islam doesn't do enough to try to prevent it, but then you could make that argument about lots of other religions and cultures as well. So, what got me thinking about this, though, was reading Ayaan Hirsi Ali's book, Infidel, when I was pregnant with my daughter a couple of years ago. And in that book, she talks about having to go into hiding. I forget if it was because she refused to marry a man that her father wanted her to marry, or because she married him and then she was unhappy and she wanted to leave. But either way, obviously her family disapproved of this and was threatening to cause bodily harm to her, so she had to flee and make sure that they didn't know where she was. And it got me thinking about honor killings in American society. How there are a lot of men that you'll encounter, or that I've encountered in my culture, who have the idea that it's okay to beat or murder a woman for committing adultery. And then a story from my personal background I'll never forget. When I was 12 years old, I was riding in a car with my father, and we were in town and pulled up at a light, and there was an interracial couple that pulled up beside us, a black man and a white woman. And my dad looked over at them in disgust and then looks at me and says, "If you ever date a black man, I'll kill you." And then we just went on about the rest of our day, but it definitely made an impact on me. Not because I thought that my dad would literally kill me if I ever dated a black man, but the fact that he would say that and even threaten that definitely did make an impression on me. It definitely did make me feel like I was trying to be intimidated. And I do think that if I ever did date a black man, that it would bring shame on my father. And that probably is what motivated him to make that statement, even if he never would actually have taken it that far. I think it definitely did indicate a belief on his part that violence is okay as a means of keeping women in line. And then two, I was reading about honor killings against men, and most often they're for homosexuality, which I think again stems, goes back to this whole idea that women are inferior and women are property and don't have minds of their own and need to be guided and controlled all of their lives by a male authority figure. And therefore, if a man chooses to sleep with another man and therefore, is acting like a woman, then he becomes fair game to be killed or beaten or whatever as well. The main point that I wanted to make was that it's 2011, and I just want it to stop. I want all this sexism and violence against women and anyone really because of patriarchal values. I just want all the violence to stop. And if I can do anything to raise awareness, if I can do anything to cause people to reevaluate their beliefs and their actions, then I would like to do that. because it's, you know, it's the least that I could try to do. It's important to me. I really don't want to have to explain to my daughter that kind of thing happens to people still in the world. It's just, it's not right. So, anyway, hopefully other people out there were made a little bit more aware by my video, and maybe they'll get to thinking about what they can do to try and help make things better. So, anyway, thank you for watching, and have a great day.